I want to give a big heart welcome to all. And if there's any veterans here who we're not aware of, if you're either a visitor or you're just coming through town today, please raise your hand. All the veterans, if the veterans would raise their hands. And that applause, and welcome them all and thank them for their service. Last week I had the honor of going on the honor flight, and I was very aware of what it was going to be about because we've had a half a dozen of our members have preceded me in going on it. But the way it just touched so many people, and the people in Washington, and the people that we had when we came home in the welcoming ceremony, it was just heartwarming. It was just very good. We'd like to open up with a prayer, and we have an old friend of ours, a friend of the community. You're all very familiar with him. Father Ron is here to give us an opening prayer. Father?
And now let us pray. To our God and Creator, we pause on this Memorial Day to give thanks and offer our prayers to the countless people, men and women, that have served our country. And from my recollection, over 1 million of them have died in defense of our country. And countless others have been physically or emotionally wounded. And so, Lord, grant them a special grace, a special love, a special healing of your heart. And may we, as a family of America, continue to work for freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of movement.
Indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
My name is Matt Johnson, and as one of the band directors in Homewood School District 153, it is my pleasure to welcome you to today's concert, which features nearly 150 performers made up of students from James Hart Junior High in Homewood and Parker Junior High in Flossmoor. We again thank Mr. Beele for his years of dedication to putting on outstanding Memorial Day and Veterans Day programs for all of our heroes in the community. Thank you again, Mr. Beele. Our opening selection today is a theme and variation on the popular tune When Johnny Comes Marching Home. Originally, this song was known as Johnny Fill Up the Bowl until in 1863, American composer and bandmaster Mr. Patrick Gilmore set new patriotic lyrics to it in the midst of the Civil War, depicting the hopefully safe return of a soldier from war. We hope you enjoy this arrangement by Bruce Pearson and Chuck Elledge of When Johnny Comes Marching Home. Welcome to the podium, District 161 Band Director Miss Alana Reed, to conduct Liberty March, a spirited concert march by composer John Edmondson with short quotes of several popular American patriotic songs. We hope you enjoy Liberty March. Thank you very much. Our next selection is a gorgeous arrangement by Robert W. Smith of America the Beautiful. The lyrics were written by noted author and American literature academic Catherine Lee Bates in 1893, inspired by her view of the surrounding landscape from Pikes Peak on a beautiful summer day on a trip that she got to take. It was finally set to music in a 1910 publication to the tune of a hymn by church choir master Samuel A. Ward, and since it's remained so popular that at a few times it's even been suggested as a candidate for the national anthem. We hope you enjoy our rendition of America the Beautiful. We wish to salute all of our outstanding and courageous heroes, our veterans, who are in attendance with us today with Marches of the Armed Forces, a medley of the official service songs of the first 5 branches of the United States military. There's no Space Force song yet, they just came out with it, so we'll try to add that for next year. So, we hope you enjoy Marches of the Armed Forces.
Coast Guard. United States Air Force. The United States Navy.
There we go. All right. And as you may know, the origins of Memorial Day date back to the late 1860s, when many cities and towns across the country were commemorating those lost in the Civil War by decorating military graves in their community. As such, the first semi-official Decoration Day was declared by Major General John A. Logan of the Grand Army of the Republic in May of 1868, and this tradition continued until 1971, when the last Monday of May was officially designated by Congress as Memorial Day, a day to memorialize all those Americans lost in all of its wars. As such, it's fitting that we close today with an arrangement of the Battle Hymn of the Republic, conducted by District 161 Band Director Mr. Ben Clark, as this tune was one of the chief rallying cries of the Union Army and abolitionists during the war, and a frequent rallying cry for unity after.
probably couldn't sing along with you right then. But I want to tell you, you've enjoyed yourself for another 5 years at the show. Thank you and your orchestra very much, and your band. Thank you both very much. Okay, now, yep, and just stay with it, Don. Now, Chris Beele, my son, is going to place World War II in honor of my uncle, my dad's younger brother, killed in Germany right at the very end in May, and he's buried in Holland. 3 veterans from the Korean War. These 2 young men, go ahead, Chester, join them. Chris Johnson is helping them place it. Ron Napoleon is going to help. Jay Stevens, John Lashik. Got to move over, guys. You're going to come right where your foot is, Donald. Make a hole. Make a hole. And Luke Hagan is being assisted with Anthony Manuel. Yep, it's coming soon, so stay tuned. You'll see his smiling face, and his family is over here. Luke, you can cover.
Ready. Ready. Hey. Box. Hey. Box. Hey. Box. Come on.
Now at this time, it would be very appropriate to have a few words from the mayor of Homewood, Rich Hofeld. Rich, please come up and say a few words.
The men and women that we honor here today were just like you and I. They were sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, husbands and wives, neighbors and friends. They went on to serve our country, and their lives were taken in faraway places with strange-sounding names: Okinawa, Bastogne, Incheon, Da Nang, Fallujah, Kandahar. We shall never know if one of them would have been a Nobel Prize winner, a sports star, an inventor, or the discoverer of a medical cure. We are here today to remember them, and also those who served, whose lives were not taken by war, but by the passage of time. This is what Memorial Day is all about: remembering those who aren't with us anymore so they are not forgotten. Thank you.
And living in both Homewood and in Flossmoor, I always like to tell people that there's kind of a one-upmanship or whatever, and I say, forget it. Homewood and Flossmoor is divided by a hyphen. 2 great communities, 2 great towns, 2 great bands, and you're going to be hearing one of them. And now I'd like to have you hear from the mayor of Flossmoor, another great mayor and another great friend of mine, Michelle Nelson.
I'll stand on my tippy toes. Good morning, and thank you so much for coming out to honor and remember those who paid the ultimate price so that we may enjoy beautiful days like this together as a community. Also want to acknowledge family members and friends of people who died fighting for our freedom. They paid the ultimate price with their life, and you have too. And I hope that events like today bring you comfort and peace. I want to also recognize all of the kids that are out here helping with the celebration. You are such an incredible part of the Homewood and Flossmoor communities. You bring us joy, and we are so proud of you. And then last, I want to say thank you to all of our veterans, our reservists, and currently folks who are serving in our armed forces for the United States. Thank you so much for your service. Have a blessed and safe Memorial Day, everybody.
Yes, we are all blessed, and in a day like this, it reminds us of it. So before we leave today and here after all this music and everything, we want you to stick around and mingle a little bit. And if some of you have enough time, you'd be fortunate enough, I'd be more than happy to be accompanied by Don Tollefson and a few other Marines that we'd be more than proud to sing all 3 verses of our Marine hymn. I know being the music lovers that you are. But right now, we want to hear from another award-winning band. Homewood-Flossmoor area, and all these students who participated today and entertained us with that. And thank you for all the veterans before, our fallen veterans, and our veterans today, and the veterans who are in the field today serving us all. God bless them, God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you, and see you next year. Semper Fi.